In this video, we will be solving several problems involving the method called U substitution. Um, the same kind of integration, but then integration with indefinite integrals, but then we're going to use substitution. So what is substitution? I won't be able to provide the formal meaning, but the first thing that you have to do when you're tasked to integrate by substitution is find these following values. We're trying to play it safe at first. You don't have to look for these specific parts when you're used to it. But for beginners, we need to look for u, du over dx, du, and what dx is. So those four things before you proceed to actually solving them. So coming from the literal term u substitution, the u value is going to be this. What will that u value be? I think this isn't exactly stated, I think, from math textbooks, but then whatever term is within a parenthesis, that's usually the u value, or any term with an exponent that's the highest among everything else. So this won't be our u because it's just x raised to 4. There's a higher thing. We have x raised to 5. Therefore, for number 1, we have negative 3x raised to 5 minus 1. That's going to be our u. Yeah, we'll be solving it here. Since we need more space, it's gonna take a lot of space. So I transferred the same questions in another paper. So let's start with number 1 formally. I'm not sure why the worksheet already provided for the u value, but yeah, just for your information, you find it by anything that's inside the parentheses, usually. So u in this case is negative 3x raised to 5 minus 1. How about our du over dx? Our du over dx is basically the what do you call this? The derivative of whatever u is. So find the derivative of this expression. It's going to be negative 15x raised to 4. Now we found two things. We need du. You can find du by manipulating this algebraic equation. If you multiply dx on both sides, these will cancel, and this is your du. Therefore, du is equal to negative 15x raised to 4 times dx. Moving on, we have to find dx. How will dx be taken? Coming from this thingy, if you divide both sides with negative 15x raised to 4, you cancel this. No, just cancel these things, and then dx is equal to this one, du over negative 15x raised to 4. So it's better to solve in this kind of chronological order, because you find dx through what you found in du. You find du coming from du over dx, and you find du over dx by whatever the term is in u, because you find its derivative. So yeah, let's start solving. We found the 4 values that we need. Just copy the integral sign, and it says here negative 15x raised to 4. Just copy this one, and then whatever is here, you put u, and then copy the raised to 5, and then times dx. What is dx? That's what we're gonna do in the next step. We substitute dx with whatever the value is equal to. That is du over negative 15x raised to 4. And see if you can cancel anything. So apparently you can cancel those two things. Note that they're all multiplied to each other, so yeah, I think it makes sense if you cancel, unless they're plus or minus. They're separated by plus or minus, which isn't what we have right now. So we end up with this kind of thing. And there's something that I've told you before in the previous video about solving indefinite integrals. but not with u substitution, using power rule or constant rule. The answer will always end up with a plus c, regardless of the situation, unless you're trying to solve definite integrals, by which case you only have an answer that is constant or an integer. So here we have 5 plus 1, you use power rule, find the integral of this one, integrate, and then du will become plus c as usual, and then u raised to 6 over 6 and plus c. Now that you've found now that you've integrated anything that involves u, which is u raised to 5, and then du becomes c, it's time to substitute u with the actual value, negative 3x raised to 5 minus 1. And then raised to 6 over 6 plus c. This is the final answer. Let's double check. What does the answer key say? So they're basically the same. The only difference is that I wrote my fraction in this format. The answer key wrote its format in another way, but nevertheless they're still the same. You can express 1 over this thingy as 1 over 6 times the quantity, negative 3x raised to 5 minus 1 raised to 6. And then you just copy plus c. Another format is the one that I wrote. You put everything on top of the denominator, and yeah, they're the same in conclusion. Let's move on to number 2. So negative 16x raised to 3, let's cut the crop. Let's move on to finding the u value. It's already here, but just know that it's this one. We identify it because it has the highest exponent, and it's concluded or housed by a parenthesis. So negative x raised to 4 minus 1 du over dx is equal to the derivative of whatever u is. So negative 4 times 4, negative 16, then x raised to 3. This is the du over dx. Find du. If you multiply dx on both sides, you get negative 16x raised to 3 times dx. Now, if you look for dx, divide both sides with negative 16 x raised to 3, and then you get du over negative 16 x raised to 3. Now, it's time to solve the values. Copy the integral sign and whatever number is here, whatever term is here, not just number, and then times u, this entire chunk, and then raised to negative 5, and then times dx. Negative 16x raised to 3, u raised to negative 5, sub dx with whatever it's equal to, that is du over negative 16x raised to 3, and that would cancel these two things, and then u raised to negative 5 times du. Apply the power rule, so u raised to negative 5 and then plus 1 over negative 5 plus 1, and then you put plus c. U raised to negative 6 over, sorry, this is negative 4, over negative 4, and then plus c. You could write it as negative 1 over 4, u raised to negative 4. Please note that 1 over, you can write negative 1 over 4 like this, or like this. The location of the negative sign doesn't really matter, but according to another teacher that I've met, this is the most handsome among everything else. So yeah, but everything is still the same, it's still correct in the final answer, but it's just really recommended that, or preferred in a subjective sense, that the negative should be at the numerator of a fraction, and then yeah, this is still equal to if you express this as this one, they're the same, and then plus c, Now it's time to express u sub u with whatever it is equal to, which is this one. Need more space. Or you can still I think it's safer to express it this way, because although it's not really required, it's still better to bring this down to reciprocate it, because it has a negative exponent. So, but yeah, I think the teacher would already accept this kind of answer, but for the sake of those teachers who are choosy, in a good way, we bring it down like this. And that is it for number 2. Let's check the answer. Okay, so yeah, they brought it down. And plus C, that's it. Yeah, read the same. Number 3, U is equal to this one. That's this one. Also copy it nevertheless, because there's a good chance that in an actual exam, you won't be provided with the U value. You have to find it yourself. And if you were not able to find it yourself correctly, then everything else that will be your solution after it will be wrong. Possibly. Okay, we found the 4 things that we need. Let's start subbing them already. So negative 8x raised to 3 over this is u, and then raised to 5 times dx. We copy the entire thing, but this time we sub dx with whatever it's equal to. That is du over negative 8x raised to 3. And then cancel any like terms, and we end up with 1 over u raised to 5 times du. I don't recommend you to put du here to merge them together, because we still have to we still have to apply power rule in whatever u is as a term. So reciprocate, you will be u raised to negative 5, and then if you apply power rule, we have this kind of thing, and then du will be plus c, and then u raised to 4 over negative 4 plus c. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we start subbing u with its actual value. That is negative 2x raised to 4 plus 5, and raised to negative 4 over negative 4 plus c. Reciprocate again, and we have this. Okay, that's it for number 3. Let's see if we got it the same as the answer. Alright, the same. Number 4. u is equal to 5x raised to 4 plus 5. Du over dx is equal to 20x raised to 3. Du is equal to 20x raised to 3 times dx. And then dx is equal to du over 20x raised to 3. Now we write this as u initially, and then put raised to 2 over 3, and then times 20x raised to 3, then times dx. What is dx? That's du over 20x raised to 3. Now cancel these terms. We end up with u raised to 2 over 3 times du, such that if you apply power rule here, which is what you're supposed to do at this point, 2 over 3 plus 1 over 2 over 3 plus 1, and then plus c, du becomes plus c. U raised to 2 over 3 plus 3 over 3, that's 5 over 3 over 5 over 3. And then if you simplify, u raised to 5 over 3, say u over 1 raised to 5 over 3 divided by 5 over 3. Reciprocate to make the division sign into multiplication. This becomes 3 over 5, and then plus c. This becomes 3u over 5 raised to 5 over 3 plus c, I think. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, or you're recommended to convert the exponent into a rational function, or the thing with the radical sign. But let's see what the answer is. What number is this? Number 4. Okay. Shoot. I forgot to substitute u with the actual value, which is something that isn't commendable. Let's bring... Well, the problem is it really needs a lot of space. The solution needs a lot of space. So it's really a challenge. Okay, yeah, we got it right so far. The only thing is that we didn't solve for u. So u is 5x raised to 4 plus 5. So let's say we leave 3 over 5 as that, and then u is in the middle. This is the same as this. And then u again is 5x raised to 4 plus 5, and then raised to 5 over 3. Okay, yeah, this is weird. One thing I'm not sure though is that I'm not sure if this is equal to 3 over 5u raised to 5 over 3. I'm not sure if they're equal to each other. Okay, and then put plus c. That's it. Done. Let's go with number 5. Okay, we have ln. I'm not exactly sure how to deal with these kinds of problems. I've never experienced this before. Damn. Maybe 7 and 8 is more feasible for me to do. Also give it a try for number 5. Okay, so u is equal to 5 plus ln x, and then d over dx is equal to what is the derivative of, I guess it's 1 over x, and then du is equal to dx over x. Dx is equal to du times x. That's so weird. Okay. And then u raised to 5 over x times dx. What is dx? That is dux. Okay, so I think we can cancel those terms. U raised to 5 times du. Power rule, u raised to 5 and then plus 1 over 5 plus 1 time du becomes plus c. U raised to 6 over 6 plus c. What is u? That is 5 plus ln x raised to 6 over 6 and then plus c. I bet this is the answer. Let's see what the answer key has for us. Nice one. I'm really glad I still memorized the fact that 1 over x, no, the derivative of ln of x is 1 over x. That's one thing you need to know. 5 plus ln x raised to 6. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, let's go with number 6. So, involving secant and tangent, you have to be familiar with the derivatives of trigonometric functions. I think that's called trigonometric. I'm not sure. The one with sine, cosine, tangent. Okay. U is equal to secant raised to 4. Sorry. Okay, this I'm not sure which one is supposed to be U, but I'm glad that there's already something provided. Yeah, okay, let's just go with secant for x. I can't guarantee why. I can't explain that. Du over dx. What's the derivative of secant for x? Let me just make sure if I'm on the right tracks. Okay, it says here on online math learning, secant x, the derivative is sec x tan x. Therefore, what we're supposed to have here is secant x tan x times 4. I'm not sure. Then du is equal to, yeah, I can't guarantee an answer here. I'll still give it a try. I bet there's 4x here. I think let's try to make sense on this kind of thing. And then for dx, it's gonna be equal to du over secant 4x times tan x times 4. Alright, now for secant, for u times tan 4x times secant raised to 4x times dx. What dx is? It's equal to du over secant 4x tan x. My gosh, this is so long. And now, you're supposed to cancel something here. Yeah, I give up. I can't answer this. Apologies. Let's try number 7. U is equal to 3x raised to 4 plus 3. Du over dx is equal to, let's say, derivative 3 times 4 is 12, 4 minus 1 is 3. Du is equal to 12x raised to 3 times dx. Dx is equal to du over 12x raised to 3. 36x raised to 3 times u raised to 5 times dx. Dx is equal to du over 12x raised to 3. So cancel the terms. 12, 34, 36, this becomes 3. So we end up with 3u raised to 5 times du. And then coming from there, power rule, 3u raised to 5 and plus 1, then 5 plus 1, and then plus c. 3u raised to 6 over 6, and then plus c again. Just copy plus c. And then we have u raised to 6 over 2 plus c. What is our u? U is 3x raised to 4 plus 3. 3x raised to 4 plus 3. And then raised to 6 and over 2 and then plus c. This is the final answer. I bet this is the final answer. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, should the same. Let's try 8. Okay, u is equal to 4x minus 1. This is gonna be challenging. The exponent of ru, and at least one term in u, is not greater than what else is outside. So yeah, this is the kind of question that I was given in my retake, in the retake that was commissioned for everyone, for all of us to comply to. I wasn't actually sure what to do, so I can't guarantee you a good answer here. A correct answer, I mean. So du over dx, we have 4. 4x, any expression with, let's say, an exponent with an x raised to just an exponent of 1, the answer will be just the constant itself. So yeah, that's the rule in derivatives. We have du is equal to 4 times dx. Dx is equal to du over 4. We have x and then times u and then raised to 4 times dx. Dx is du over 4. Okay. Okay, so x times u raised to 4, then over 4, and then times du. We apply power rule. If you have a number in the denominator, and if you're trying to apply power rule, you just multiply them with the n plus 1. So that's something that I found out later on. I made many mistakes on that. Try not to follow suit. 5 and it's 20. And then plus c. I'm really sure this is wrong. Let's see. Yep. So dead. So dead. wonder what's supposed to be done to solve this kind of thing. I'll search Mathway right now. Mathway has a different answer. Let's try number 8 again. I'll see another method. Let's try a power rule disregarding this thingy. Yeah, it's not working. Interesting. Yeah, so my question is how this became this. Let's try. Nope, doesn't. I don't think it's like this. considering that one. T is equal to 4x minus 1. Okay. What if we try to distribute first? But that would be against the PEMDAS rule. No, no can do. Let's compare another problem. I'm gonna try another question that's sent to our quiz. Yeah, it's here. So this is the question. I'm not also exactly sure how to solve this because I know I got it wrong. So let's give it a try and let's have fun to my answer. Screw the internet. Let's refresh. Wi-Fi really is so pathetic. There it is. Okay. There might be an analogy here. This is minus, this became positive. This was plus, this became negative. There must be something related to that. Something that we should know. Maybe. Okay, and then try power rule. It's gonna be 5 over 2, and then 5 over 2 here. And then the other one would be 3 over 2, 3 over 2, 2 over 5t raised to 5 over 2 minus 2 over 3t raised to 3 over 2. And if you translate that into radical form, I think it's supposed to look like this. D 2 and 5. Oh no, other way around. And then the other one would be like this. And then 2t raised to 2, and then t, and 5 there. It's the same as this one. And then start substituting t. That t is supposed to be the u, so that's x plus 1. And then the next step would be okay. We convert this into square root form. Sorry, square root form, and then hang on. Let me screenshot this. Never mind. we don't turn this into radical form. We just copy this first, and then this one we expand. And then the other fraction would be still the same thing, I guess. Then put plus C. And this is the final answer. Damn, bro. This solution is long. But it all began from this. So that's my biggest question. How are we able to go from here to here? Yeah, I still don't get it. This is so sad. Let's try one problem if we could do it. this is from organic chemistry tutor. Let's just try it out. And then sub u with the actual value. Alright, one more problem from organic chem. Let's try something similar to what we couldn't answer. Okay, so you have to solve for x according to organic chem. So x is equal to u minus 2. And then divide both sides by 3. We have u minus 2 over 3. Let's use this as blue. We can also write it as 1 over 3 times the quantity u minus 2. It looks kind of far-fetched, but yeah, do the same. Okay, so x will be 1/3 times the quantity u minus 2. And then just this one will be, and then dx, you sub dx with what's equal to it, which is du over 3. we can multiply these with each other. It's going to be 1 over 9. And then u minus 2. You convert the radical sign into raised to 1/2. So these are equal to each other. And then okay, so I think we can take it from here. We can just simplify further. U times u raised to 1/2, that makes u raised to 3 over 2 times 2u raised to 1/2. Okay, so power rule as usual. Okay, so we could still simplify before distributing 1 over 9 to it. So we have 2 over 5u raised to 5 over 2 minus 2 over 3, or if you multiply 2 and 2, that makes 4 over 3 u raised to 3 over 2, then plus c, and then 2 over 45 u raised to 5 over 2 minus 4 over 27 u raised to 3 over 2 plus c. Okay, so far so good. And then we sub u with whatever it's equal to. What is it equal to in the first place? It's this one. So 2 over 45 times the quantity, 3x plus 2 raised to 5 over 2 minus 4 over 27 times the quantity 3x plus 2 raised to 3 over 2 plus c. I bet this is the final answer already. Damn, it's so long. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's re-answer number 8 of the Kuta software worksheet. So first of all, u is equal to 4x minus 1. About our du over dx, that's equal to 4. Du is equal to 4 times dx. Dx is equal to du over 4. And then another thing, we have to solve for x. So 4x is equal to u plus 1. X is equal to u plus 1 over 4. Or x is equal to 1 over 4 times the quantity u plus 1. And then what's next? And okay, this is our x. We're gonna sub it as this one. So it's gonna be 1 over 4 times the quantity u plus 1, and then this one is gonna be u. Sorry, this is supposed to be u and then raised to 4. And then dx, that is du over 4. Okay, now we're going somewhere. 1 over 4 times d over 4, that's going to be 1 over 16. And then we'll just leave du here. And then u plus 1. Okay, and then u raised to 4. Over 16 in the back of the integral sign, and then we have u plus 1 times u raised to 4. Now I think we could distribute this to apply distributive property basically. It's going to be u raised to 5 and then plus u raised to 4 times du. We apply power rule. 16. We have power rule for u raised to 5 and then another power rule for u raised to 4. Basically for this, it's going to be like this, and then for u raised to 4, it's going to be like this. And then put the c for later. Now we have u raised to 6 over 6 plus u raised to 5 over 5 plus c. We have u raised to 6. 16 times 6 is equal to 96. 16 times 5 is equal to 18. Let's see. You see the answer key a while ago? Okay, we're almost there. We're so close. I forgot to substitute u again. So for x minus 1 raised to 6 over 96 plus u raised to 5, that's 4x minus 1, then over 80, then plus c. Boom, that's it. Finally something makes sense. This is the kind of solution that you do if you're given if your u, the x in your u has the same kind of exponent as your another variable in your expression. Let's try number 7 in my quiz again. In the quiz that was conducted by my teacher in my actual school. There should be an easier way, I bet. Okay. First of all, in this the more complicated expression that is within the radical sign, x plus 1, that will be our u. Du over dx will be equal to derivative of x plus 1, that is basically going to be 1, and du is equal to 1 times dx, and dx is equal to du over 1, or just du. I don't think these will be of any use except for dx though, because we're gonna sub that later. Now let's solve for x. X is equal to u minus 1. And then we start substitution. X is u minus 1, so u minus 1. And then times the square root of x plus 1, that's the square root of u. And then dx is du. Okay, so unlike the other problems that we faced a while ago, there's no over something like this. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. It's easier, I think. Yeah, but we're not used to it as of now. So we don't have to put any fraction before the integral sign. Therefore, we simplify this one. U minus 1 and then times. We transform the radical sign into exponent. So we have something like that. Simplify distributive property. Then we do power rule. U raised to 1 over 1 times u raised to 1 half. 1 over 1 plus 1 half, 2 over 2 plus 1 half. That's 3 over 2. And then minus u, just copy the exponent. Okay, and then power rule. F plus 1, and then 3 over 2 plus 1 there. U raised to 5 over 2 over 5 over 2 minus u raised to 3 over 2 over 3 over 2. And then we put plus c already. U raised to 5. You simplify this, is gonna be 2 over 5 u raised to 5 over 2. And then the other one would be 2 over 3 u raised to 3 over 2, and then plus c. What is our u again? Let's bring it down here. U is x plus 1, so sub that. So this is our final answer. Oh my goodness. I've actually never expected that I'd be able to understand it while recording. Let's double check if Photomat has the same answer as mine. Oops. Weird. So weird. I think they're theoretically the same, but yeah, let's try to make the answer closer to Photomat's. So we convert the exponential forms into radical sign again. That's gonna be no, it's, there you go. I know. This is 5 and this is 2. X plus 1 raised to 3, and then this is gonna be 2. And then 2, and then 5. X plus 1 raised to 2, and then there's gonna be just an x plus 1 here trapped inside, and the other one would be 2 over 3. There's gonna be an x plus 1 and an x plus 1 inside. and then a plus c, of course. So yeah, theoretically, for the second term, you're basically the same, and this one is basically the same as this too. The only difference is that this is expanded, this one is factored. So if you wanna do that, if you wanna expand it, then that's the only thing that you have to do. Everything else stays the same. In terms of alignment, which goes first, this one or this one? I think it's just like comparing 2 times 3 and 3 times 2. They're still the same in theory. So yeah, now we're exactly the same as Photomath's answer. I'm not sure if which kind of answer your teacher is looking for in this kind of situation, but yeah, I think teacher would already be content with this kind of answer form. But if you want to make it, if you want to raise the bar, or if the teacher is trying to raise the bar, this is a better answer for some reason. Okay, let's answer. So yeah, the title of this video is only intended for use substitution. As per this worksheet, there are more problems. This time not under use substitution. We'll do this in the next video. Thanks for watching.